There's a lot of games and anime I have talked in season 1. Some I really like, some I really didn't like, and some are just complicated. But with every game and anime I have talked, there are some that I had to reject. So, these are rejected ideas number 2. These games and animes and others has been rejected because it's complicated, I didn't really have right opinions about it, or there's so little to talk about it that I can't really make it as a singular video or mash it with another video. Without further ado, they all deserve spotlight. Well, most of them anyways. With that said, let's begin. There are some games that I wanted to play, but because my PC couldn't handle recording and playing in constant frames, example Destiny 2, Nier Automata and Mirror Edge Catalyst, when in combat, I had to scrap the project because the quality was brutal. I still want to make a video about them when I get better PC, better RAM, better graphic cards, whatever, especially Nier Automata, so let me know if you're keen about them. But just because a game is really popular doesn't mean I rejected them because of graphical problems. Minecraft and Terreria is so similar and yet so different, especially when they are 3D and 2D sandbox game respectively. Both makes better gears, craft and kill. They have monsters and both encourages you to explore beyond the world, beyond the dimension. But that's where the similarities ends. Minecraft prioritizes more on building stuff, whether it's building castle, a whole map or games or something like that, or as simple as a community or group of friends you play with. Terreria, however, from what I understand, is more based on solo, so it's more of building a community but more for NPCs than PCs, non-playable characters versus playable characters, whereas you have also your armors, your swords, your shields, everything is so overpowered, you go try to kill badass monsters. Yes, Minecraft also has that, but from what I understand, Terreria makes you feel powerful as a single player, whereas in Minecraft it makes you powerful as a multiplayer. I butchered that. Essentially, Minecraft makes you feel powerful as a team, Terreria makes you powerful as a solo player, and the definition of powerful is loose here as well. The problem here is I don't know how much of that is true as well. I tried to play Terreria so many times to the point it's getting ridiculous. I essentially need friends to play with, but sadly we prefer playing other games. Nothing wrong with Minecraft and Terreria, but if we have to choose between that and some other game, we usually pick other games. I mean, just look at Terreria. Terreria has such an annoying learning curve that you really need someone who has played and knows about the game to play with you, that can help you understand the game and teach you how to play step by step rather than lol, do this. To be fully immersed in Terreria, you need to know how to play it. And I don't know how to play it. As for Minecraft, I mean, it's too popular. What am I supposed to talk about? How Minecraft is good? How Minecraft was good? How Minecraft changed the world? Spoiler alert, people already talked about it. Okay, what's with me and making weird faces at the end? I mean, it runs in the channel, I guess, WeirdoMaxim, but seriously me, stop it. I know, opinions are subjective, and one topic can have multiple perceptions. But if I don't feel like I can have an opinion that I can safely say is mine, it just doesn't feel right to make a video. And with that thought, the project was scrapped because of lack of experience, or very, very similar of what people have already said. Let's move on from things that isn't a game, but isn't anime either. And while I'm at it,
Where in the world is Carmen Sandieago?
I have told so many people this and I'll say it here. If I ever get Netflix, I will be just binge watching them like no tomorrow. And I was right. Sorry for not making a video when I was watching Hilda and Carmen Sandieago, and Arcane, and Squid Game. And anyway, I actually wanted to talk about these two Netflix shows in particular because while it is for children to watch, it's actually really fun to watch them. It's like playing girls' games when you are a young boy. Wait, only me? Oh. Let's start with Hilda. Hilda is about a girl who lived away from metropolis life, where she explored the world and meet monsters and mythical creatures. Oh, and monsters and everything are considered common knowledge, which is already an interesting concept because magic isn't. And yes, there is magic in this show, because of course there is. But what makes Hilda such an amazing show is its diversity. It has multiple things that are different from, say, other kids' show. Each episode is a timeline. The main character, Hilda, has a Scottish accent, and surprise, she doesn't always win at the end of the episode. Look at episode 1 and it's pretty spot on what I'm talking about. Hilda is about adapting to new things, new life, new people, new city, new monsters, new everything. And it's about knowing that you can't have everything you want because that's life. And that's okay. Sometimes that's a good thing. Be warned though, please watch season 1, season 2 and then the movie in that order because the timeline is in that order. It sucks that we might not get another part of the timeline like season 3 anymore, but I'm happy with the ending. Please watch it. It's amazing. And speaking of amazing, badass red lady. Maybe I need to give more details. Where in the world is Carmen Sandieago for Netflix? This is a very interesting move the team for this animation cartoon did because, well, in this case, Carmen Sandieago is a good person. Nay, the hero of this story. What a bold move the team did. And honestly, I love it. I can never see Carmen as a villain anymore because this was really fun to see everything unfold. The backstories, the drama, the fight scene, everything was just good. Plus, it's pretty nice to have a geographic, culture, traditional lesson about the country and the city they are going to travel in. I highly recommend watching it. If you like or played Carmen Sandieago's franchise, watch it. It's good, it's badass. I have shown that I have enough notes to talk about them, even make a whole 2 different videos about it. So why is this rejected? You know the saying, don't put too much egg in one basket? Yeah, that's me with branding here. This channel is mainly about games. Games I review, critique and opinionated about. Yes, I do talk about anime as well, but I am deciding to really reduce talking about them in the future so that people know that this is primarily a gaming channel. Plus, I think everyone here knows that I talk about anime in this channel so that I can have more time to make big projects a reality for you guys to see while still trying to be consistent in this channel. Hence why anime videos are pretty short and sweet. Plus, if I talk about Hilda and Carmen Sandieago, well, now I have to talk about inside jobs or Squid Games and so many others that it would pretty much destroy my branding. I want to make a YouTube a career if I can, and I can't risk opening a Pandora's box because of this. Anime is already more than enough. I don't want to bring other medias just because. Speaking of that, I am planning to go more niche in my channel. The more concentrated it is for the channel, the better it is for YouTube algorithm, fan base, you get the idea. I still want to do expressing with gaming and weirdo review because those are pretty fun to do, and those are something that I really want to do it more for my personal satisfaction than anything else. And some people actually like it, so it's a win-win for everyone. But there is one series that I absolutely want to stop, and some will not like this move.
Now you can get away from all that nonsense by devoting your life to Arknights, a game that will give you all the action, strategy, and animation you can with none of the filler, as you guard the sanctity of the rights of the screen.
Gacha games. When I started doing the Arknight video, I never thought of making this a series because I wasn't really into gacha games. But when the popularity of the video boomed, I thought I would make this into a constant series and ride the popularity. Yeah, that was a mistake. Turns out all the gacha games are pretty much the same thing. Princess Connect, Honkai Impact 3rd, AFK Arena. Everything was the same old thing. You log into the game for the first time today and you have to spend 5-10 minutes just getting all the rewards for doing nothing. Play a mode that you will get bored after playing for 30 minutes period, and then get all the rewards that ain't really much for 10-20 minutes. Repeat, repeat, repeat until you are burned out and you don't want to make any videos related to this or not for weeks. This has happened to me. Wow. Look, some people might actually like this whole thing, and to that, more power to you. You have fun, whatever. But for me, I have to look for everything because this series isn't about whether the game is fun or not. It's also a priority to make it fun, but it's more to find out if the game is truly free to play friendly. So every time I have to look for new things, new areas, new reward systems, everything. And the fact that I see everything being the same thing over and over and over, it's just not fun and it's very little rewarding for me. So sorry, but I tried. There's some I like in Honkai Impact 3rd, you can have two characters interact in basically a house mode, or if you have the ticket, you can auto grind really fast in Princess Connect. But these won't save at how boring the games really are at times. I will probably stop doing this series because it's not fun for me anymore. Or most likely, just gonna make one when I wanna play it no matter what. And Genshin Impact was a really good example of it. I really wanted to play the game, and it just so happened to be a gacha game. I really tried to make this a thing, but like I said, with a lack of fun and little rewarding and the same pattern, I think I'm gonna put the series into a rest. Sorry. Alright, let's go for the big lightning round before I talk about the final big game that was rejected. Ready? Deltarune Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. No idea what to talk about it. It's good, just play it. Among Us want to make a video about lying and psychology behind it, but Lifelong Good not only made a video I planned for it, but better and shorter than I could, so that was scrapped. Many other games that I really wanted to talk about, but I have been informed that they have been harassment or relevant in the workplace and or individual, and I do not condone them, so those are scrapped. Sonic Mania, such a fun 2D game. This is probably my first 2D Sonic game that I actually liked and completed. I just don't know what to talk about. What comes after such a beautiful game about life and afterlife and everything about life in particular? Highly recommend playing this game. The problem is I don't know what to talk about it without spoiling it. I might still make a video about it, but it's definitely gonna be less than 5 minutes. Speaking of making video about it, VR chat, such a cool concept, and I want to make a video about it and probably will in the future. But I think I need people to play with constantly to get the full grasp of the game. That and the lack of VR headset is, well, difficult for this game in my opinion. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. Yes, Tetris and Puyo. I don't know how to convince you, just try it and try it. Quantum Protocol, a card puzzle game, such a cool concept, but wow, am I disappointed how they implemented this. Don't have enough to make a video about it, but it's not worth it, don't try it. Elden Ring, it takes forever just to even beat the game. I just don't have time to even beat the story mode, so that has to be scrapped or on hold for a very long time. And finally, Super Autopets. What am I supposed to talk about here? Scrapped. Woo! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have talked about all the games I wanted to talk about, but one. And this game, I really wanted to talk about it and make a single video about it, but I couldn't for one particular reason. Fair warning, this game has blood, gore, and let's be honest here, massive violence. So if you're not comfortable with that, please skip it to this timeline. But for the rest, let's rip and tear! Doom 2016. God, Doom is fun. I was never really into Doom franchise. I mean, I tried the old one, but truth be told, I was never really saw the spark in the game. Nothing bad or anything, just wasn't my cup of tea. But when Doom 2016 was in Steam sale, I said, sure, why not? And I think this is what old Doom was missing for me. Amazing final kills, blood everywhere, guns that feel so satisfying to shoot. Again, not saying the old one was bad, but this one is way better. And of course, rip and tear. Now, I'm not really into heavy metal music. I listen to them every now and then, but more so for widening my music tastes and skills. But when the music plays, oh, it's so satisfying! Though this game still has its flaws. I think the maps are way too big at times, like what each mission could be 30 minutes became an hour for no reason. Sometimes my graphic card just can't handle the load, so higher spec PC is needed for them, which sucks for pretty much your typical average gaming PC. I think combat maps is not the greatest. Sometimes it's way too big for far too little monster and way too small for too many monsters. So balancing is kinda needed here. Also, you start from hell and then not hell and then hell again and then not hell again and then hell again and then the game ends. And I didn't even realize I was fighting the final boss until the game ends. Yeah, I think the story should have been better implemented. Still, Doom is such an amazing game, and I am so happy to finally understand the true definition of rip and tear. Just a side note, if this is your first time playing Doom, just play it in normal mode. I played it in one difficulty higher and I had to repeat the fight more than I would like to admit. So play normal just to make your life easier. Trust me, you basically won't lose any fun for doing so. I have so many things to talk about Doom. I could make like a full-on 15 to 20 to 25 minutes video about why I love Doom so much. So why didn't I? Why is this rejected? Well, if my warning have given you any idea, it's again because of my branding. When I made this channel, I decided to make this family friendly, or to be more exact, I wanted this place to be some sort of escapism from, well, non-family friendly stuff that included swearing, gross, dirty jokes, etc. etc. I am not saying that these things are bad. In fact, I personally don't mind it. I just don't like it doing myself. And sometimes too much is too much, and I wanted a place where people can sit back and relax and not think or be worried about these things in my channel. There are exceptions, of course, like my Soul Walker video with my two friends, but I can't make exceptions every month because then it's not an exception. It becomes a brand, and I don't want that. There are still gonna be exceptions, let's be honest here. There's some things I just can't sugarcoat it. But those I want to make it once in a blue moon. Not something like once a month or something like that, because if I do it as a regular, that's not an exception, that's a branding. And I don't want that. So I could just make dirty jokes, swearing and everything like every other big successful channel. But I don't like doing that. I don't feel like that's me. So why should I? And with that, I think season 1 OVAs of WeirdoMaxim is closed. Next time is going to be season 2 and I look forward to it. There's going to be more rejected games, there's going to be more rejected ideas, but I hope there will be more videos that you will absolutely love. I already have like at least 5 big projects planned for season 2, so look forward to that. If you want to continue knowing what else was rejected, click over here and you will see it. But once again, I have been Maxim. Thank you so much for watching season 1 and see you in season 2. Bye!